62, that's pretty warm. What do we got going on here today?
A lot of parts from AutoZone.
Yeah, a lot of parts for what? For this truck?
For this truck. Well, car, Badillac. I mean, it's kind of truck, half car.
Yeah,
you know?
It identifies as the Badillac.
Badillac.
So yeah, we're redoing the whole front end of this today. So I think I've said it before, maybe not guys, but this thing's gonna be a roadworthy car. So we got a lot of stuff we wanna do with this thing other than just burnouts. It does burnouts really well. I wanna make it do other things really well, like go through the McDonald's drive-thru, like scare people, like
Dunes.
Do it, tow stuff with it. More on that later. But this thing has a bunch of old suspension components. Some of the stuff is just nasty, gross. Look at some of these control arm bushings. Basically not a bushing anymore.
Yeah, they're not really rubber.
No, it's, I'd call it ubber.
Yeah.
That's like rubber without the R. So all that stuff's getting replaced. First things first though, we gotta get this thing off of the trailer and get ready to pull her inside, get her on the lift. So we got literally pretty much new everything for this. So I'm hoping we can just get this thing.
Hopefully this goes on.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not, now that we said that.
Yeah, and you made me put the ramps down. I don't think we needed them. I think you should just unload this, but whatever. You don't want to be fun.
I think we'll try it next time. I got some bigger tires coming for it, so. Ready for this?
Oh yeah, I've been ready. Turn the fuel pump on.
It's cold. It is, relax.
Oh, E85. It was 70 yesterday, 20 today. A little cold. Oh.
Got good oil pressure, what do you want? That's only like $3 grand. Maybe a little more. We do 2-minute long burnouts on nitrous, and you're worried about a little rev?
Well, it's usually like, 180 degree coolant temp, and the oil is up, oil temp's up there. Not probably 90 PSI of oil pressure.
If you treat them too nice, they're not going to be ready for the next stage of abuse. You got to keep them freaking worn out.
I guess you're right. I guess it's not my motor.
LS.
They like it. They like it.
Man, you know who really came through for us? Your local Bay City AutoZone. Check out all this stuff for the Badillac.
KYB, Duralast, gold, so we know they're good.
Yeah, let's just go through everything here and see what all we got. So what do we got? Control arms over there? Let's start there.
Control arms, left and right.
Uppers.
Yeah, they're uppers. We got, I don't know what these are, tell you the crew.
Tie rod adjusters.
We got some KYB steering stabilizers.
Oh, yep.
What are these, tie rod ends? They already fell out.
Yeah, I wasn't handling it. I was really testing out the lifetime warranty. Turns out you don't need it. What is it, idler arm? Yeah, idler arm.
We got some
pitman arm.
Pitman arm, brake rotors, brake pads, tie rod ends, bunch of them. Shocks. Looks like we don't have any shocks for the rear, but we don't need those. They're not important.
Those have already been changed.
Oh, okay. All right.
We're good there.
Yeah, we just basically everything to rebuild the front end.
Yeah, pretty much everything. Yeah, you're right.
Besides the lower control arms. Ball joints for those?
Yeah, those are inside. We got
those.
So
we got ball joints.
So yeah, today's just going to be front end rebuild day. Like I said, we're trying to get this thing on the road specifically for when we go down to Florida. Like I got this dream of winning the open burnout contest at Cadillac Cars and then changing the rear tires and driving Applebee's. Like I've been dreaming about that.
We go to the beach the next day.
Could.
Yeah,
we can do whatever, basically. But we got a lot of other stuff to do to this, too. Today is just going to be the front end. So we need to get a rear brake set up on this as well.
Right.
And we'll need to build an exhaust. The exhaust kind of been lacking for...
well, it's a burnout car, so we just kind of kept it for a burnout car. So nothing's changed yet, but that's in the works.
Yeah, this thing does some cool visual things when you're doing a burnout. So we need to be able to see that. And right now the exhaust is just dumped. But anyways, let's just get this thing backed inside, get the heat on, and start taking this apart.
Definitely with the heat. It's cold. I do not like this cold. 70 degrees yesterday, 20 degrees today.
Yeah, it's
Michigan.
Yep. Hey, you got boots on. Did you hear something?
No, I'm not hearing right now. I'm gonna need hearing aids now.
All right, what's your strategy going into this job?
I mean, I just rip it and tear it.
That's it?
I'm just gonna take everything off and put it back together.
Oh, okay. Overall.
I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, you got your ball joint nut, you got these two, that upper control arm pops off, you got your shocks, 2 bolts. Probably, right? Maybe, 2 bolts. Brakes, it's not that hard to do.
You jinxed us for sure.
You jinxed us earlier.
Well, I wasn't on video, so don't count. But so there's 2 of us, but pretty much only one set of tools, kind of. So I mean, there'll be some overlap stuff, but we'll try our best to be efficient and get this job done. So nice thing is we got all new everything, so we don't have to like mess with the nasty old rusty adjuster sleeves for the tie rods and stuff. Can just yoink that off the knuckle and the center link there. It's just a super nice way to go about doing it. Way easier than that. The Inmans will be happy. I got some brand used CV axles. We'll change that axle out while we got everything apart. They've been bothering me about that for a while. I said, it don't even click. I mean, what do you need the boot for?
Bluetooth anyways.
Right, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I forgot we got to address that soon.
We need a drive shaft.
I think, well, the drive shaft's right there. We could put that in. But maybe we'll wait till the exhaust is done, I think.
Well, we may need that in to go with the exhaust.
Just to make sure there's clearance.
We can see it's in the air. We can always go up and check.
Yeah. All right, let's just get to taking some stuff apart and get working on this thing. What's your estimate on time? How long do you think it's going to take to get done?
If it was me doing it at my house, like, I don't know, hour.
Yeah, for the whole job?
Obviously more, a couple hours. But really, we did just eat, but we didn't eat too much. So it shouldn't take us too long. But I'd say with both of us working, if we had our own tools, I'd say an hour. But I bet we could do it in a couple hours.
All right, well, let's get after it. So we cut this time lapse very early on to show you that it's a very good idea we're doing this. Kyle found this. Check out this upper ball joint.
She's wasted. Gone. Just, man. What if that would have broke at Cadillac Cars, burnout, mid-burnout?
I don't like that. This is a good idea. What if it would have broke going less than 100 miles an hour down the road?
Bad day. We'd be
looking. What is this going to top out at? What do you think? There's so many good ideas I got running through my mind.
I don't know if I want to go over 100 mile an hour in this.
Is this side tight?
Probably not.
Oh, no. Is that upper too?
Yeah, she's moving. Oh, the boot is completely tore. I don't know, it's pretty dark right here, but video quality is a little bad. It's a little dark. She'd wasted.
It's a great idea changing everything on this. It's what the car deserves. Update. So we got a lot of the front end apart, but not all of it. We had a little bit of an issue with...
You had an issue. Mine came right apart.
All right, I had a little bit of an issue with getting these rotors off. So this is a horrible design as far as I'm concerned. You got to take the wheel bearing out of the knuckle to get the rotor off. You got to punch out all the studs. It's not like the rotor just slides on the outside of the hub like something modern and smart. So that was a pain. We need new wheel bearings because it turns out those are smoked.
They were whopped out bad.
And AutoZone didn't have those on hand. They'll have them tomorrow morning. So we're going to keep moving on. We'll get these CVs changed in this thing. We can get the ball joints in the lowers. We can get the upper control arms on. We can get all the steering stuff. I mean, we just got to take one nut off on each side to get this whole tie rod assembly changed out. And then we'll just ballpark the length based off of what we got here. What else do we got to do? I just burped.
Arm.
Oh, yeah.
Come right out. Steering stabilizer, but that's all easy work. So.
Yeah, pitman arm, we got to change that. No big deal.
No big deal.
Captain Productivity here. So he got his lower ball joint out. Cheater side, his was bolted in. If you look over here, we've got the original equipment lower because it's riveted in. So we've been talking. What do we want to do? Do we want to use the
air hammer with a chisel bit?
That's what we want to use?
Probably
not
easier.
The torch? Okay. All right, we'll get that out and
torch them off. What?
What?
Hurt the lower control arm?
Yeah, probably. It's torch.
True. Just liquid, not.
Yeah, that actual liquid wrench.
Literally.
You get it?
Not yet.
Just got to repeat that times 4.
Yeah, we might have to take a little grinder to that.
All right, we've got some new tie rods on here. We've got steering linkage. That's just hanging there. New idler arms on.
Ball joints.
One ball joint. And we're about to take this pitman arm off. Turns out the nut on the pitman arm was just hand tight. So
not tight.
Let's give her a little burp with that. Oh, wow.
That's the easiest one I've ever had come off. Usually you beat them off.
Yeah, like there's pullers for those specifically.
Yeah, not this one.
No, no big deal. She's a little wet. Is she leaking?
She's a little worn out.
Yeah, for real. Pretty much everything was worn out on this. Glad we changed everything.
Everything.
Yeah. Yep. All right, new one will go on, and we'll be going back together. That's cool. Well, it's the next day. Kyle and I put it into overdrive and got a ton of work done on this thing. Didn't get everything done. I'll show you guys where we're at, but man, I'm super happy with the progress and how it's turned out thus far. All right, so pretty much everything is back together on the front end of this thing, minus hubs, rotors, and calipers. Turned out very good. New tie rods, pitman arms on, idler arm. Everything's looking good. Shocks. Super happy with this. Super happy we did this. Like I said, everything was worn out in the front of this. So got new pads ready to go on. And we could have the rotors back on this, but we found that the old wheel studs were slightly bigger at the knurl and didn't really press in to the new hubs. So just going to pick up some new wheel studs. Going to get all new lug nuts. Probably a good idea anyways, since we're doing a little bit of a wheel and tire change on this. Nothing crazy, kind of crazy though, but you guys will have to wait till the next video to see that. So thank you all for tuning into this video and all the other videos that we put out. Definitely appreciate your guys' support in this matter. Big things coming for the Badillac. This is, I'm telling you, once we get this thing on the road, it's going to be the spectacle that I've dreamed of this being for the past year. So it's hard to believe it's been about a year since we started on this project as far as getting the frame ready for it and pulling the engine out of the car. It's taken a little bit of time, but we're ready to put in the work to make this thing as cool as it can be, which I think is going to be pretty cool. So again, appreciate your support in this matter. Stay tuned for the next video. Be here in a couple days. Big trips coming soon. Florida down to Cletus and Cars, and then right after that, Crossbar Ranch in Oklahoma for the side-by-side USA Spring Hoedown. As long as the Badillac makes it through Cletus and Cars, it'll be there cruising around. So if you guys are side-by-side guys, we'll have our machines there too. And we're just having a great time working on this stuff. Thanks for being a part of it.